Because like that. I mean, yeah, you know, and just like, you know, and it was just like, you know, I was, it was 28. It was, I do it. I just, pretty much. It's, this, you know, just like it's, you know, like we've the Paperback.
That's it. I can take that mic off you.
Hi, this is Kimberly. This is part 3 of Given the Chance, What Would You Say to Chris Watts? This is a question I posed on my community page. I got a lot of answers, and I'll keep posting these videos as long as y'all want to post those comments under the questions, so hope you enjoy. This channel is ridiculous. Thank you for your feedback. Chris isn't real swift on the uptake. It's starting to sink in right about now. He's a dingbat and has the very rare personality that adapts well to institutionalization. Maybe not tomorrow or the next day, but one day a hard-ass new warden is going to get a wild hair. He's going to be a southerner, I feel, realizing who Twat is. He's going to shake things up a bit, call a huge staff meeting, and tell the COs and general populations to start spreading the word. He will send 2 big ol' former soldiers to Twat's cell. All they're going to say is, grab your pillow, you're moving. Twats may get a little indignant, insisting he's not going anywhere, not with Bible study in 35 minutes. Former drill sergeant turned CO is just going to laugh and say, you ain't in charge of shit. Boy, move. He's going to fare well in general population. I think you're right. Hi, Kimberly. Love your work. Thank you. That's very sweet. I'll leave the insults and name-calling to you, as you are fucking hilarious and I could never presume to compete. I would, however, like to congratulate him, Chris Watts, for ending up exactly where he always belonged, locked in prison with men who have twisted, broken, or crippled bodies to match their distorted, ugly minds. In his special needs housing unit. I don't adhere to the theory that he changed one day into a murderer. I believe he was able to walk among the humans, going under the radar and not drawing attention to himself all of his life. Yes, I kind of agree with that. I think I do agree with that. He has become adept at maintaining any pretense at any given time. Yes, I think a perfect storm was created when his ego had been stroked with this affair and others that he quite honestly thought he was going to be able to lie his way out of this predicament, as he had lied his way out of everything in the past. I believe this is why he took the lie detector test. He assumed he would be so utterly convincing that he would pass it. Agreed. Finally, he is at home. This is why he has apparently been fitting in so well and is settled. He has the adoration of, albeit crazy women, but supply of any kind is still supply, so he can have the superficial relationships with them on his own terms. I'm just waiting for the day they put him in general population. Me too. And someone replied, beautifully put. You are a smart woman, and I agree with that. Someone else said, need to do this for Letecia Sstauch also. Let's call her what she is, 𝐂𝐴𝐶 𝐷. Fantastic idea. The people versus Chris Watts. I love it. That is real justice for him to sit in his cell and know how decent people despise him. That was in reply to, Kimberly, you should print all of these off and mail them to the evil monster, just so he can know what the world thinks of him. Yes, that would be a good idea. Someone said, I would ask him what happened at 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐿's house. Chris spoke of something very horrific, but refused to give any details. Someone replied, why would you believe him? Never swallow the bullshit of a pathological bullshitter. Boy, I am thrilled to know that your precious special Nikki is in another man's bed. Ha ha. Yeah, don't you just want to rub that in his ugly face? Looks like about 10 comments an hour. This is going to be good. Thanks for doing this. You're welcome. Isn't it fun? I've gotten some pushback from a few people that are all uptight and shit, but forget them. Kimberly, I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on the 𝐂𝐡𝐷 cult mom. I will one day, but that one's a handful. She's more than a handful. I'll try. Kim, I sent you an email. Please read it even if you don't have time to reply. Thank you. I will. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I am horrible at email and text messages. My family gets on to me all the time, and I don't know. It's not my thing. I don't know why, but anyway, words fail me, Kimberly. How could a so-called loving father murder his beautiful, innocent children and their beautiful, talented, loving mom? It is truly heartbreaking, and an unborn son that will never know what life is all about. I know it's horrific. I don't know how one can kill their children, and I'm about to cry just thinking about it. It's horrible. He cannot be human. He cannot be one of us. That's all I say. I don't know how someone can do that. I'd sing part of a song by Alabama 3, up against the wall, snipers on the roof, and look into his cold dead eyes while doing it. Yeah. And Kimberly, I would be thinking about some other people too. You are Queen of Rants. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very sweet. Let it go already. You're wasting precious time and energy on him. It's not worth it. Move on. You're not the boss of me. If ever I got the chance to say anything, do y'all hear the damn garbage truck going by? I hate loud noises. I think it's part of my fibromyalgia. I absolutely lose it when our yard guy comes. Sometimes I'll go get in the shower to drown it out. But anyway, if ever I got the chance to say anything to Chris Watts, then I would ask him, how can a man and a father choose a woman, his bit on the side, which probably wouldn't have lasted, over your own flesh and blood? I know. I bet he has no answer to that. I don't think he has any shame whatsoever or regret either. Kimberly, love your channel. You're so real and straight talking. Yeah, with my laryngitis and shit. You're so real and straight talking. Thank you. And you base your vids on facts, not face crap, etc. Keep them coming. Thanks for keeping me real during this COVID in the UK stuff. Love and peace to you too. Thank you. Love and peace to you as well, and to everyone listening. You guys are the best. You're the kind of people I like to surround myself with, because you don't bullshit and all that. I don't like that. So thank you for being you guys. Yes, the rage is real. It's been 2 years, and I still think about Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and Nico almost on a daily basis. I have cried so much throughout this whole case process. It's just something I will never, ever forget. Touched me differently than other cases. Me too. I have fibromyalgia. Oh, you're a fibro sister. Awesome. No one understands fibromyalgia like someone else with fibromyalgia. And my doctor, he wrote a whole paper on it. I have fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome. I just feel like I connected with Shanann, even though I never knew her personally. I know, she was very personable. I think it was all of her videos that drew me in. I feel like I know her and the kids. This case is different. It just is. I don't care if it sounds silly. I love these girls with all of my heart, and my heart will always hold a special place for them. Kimberly, you are the shit. Thank you. You make my day. You're so funny. And you're so sweet. Do you have a Facebook? No, I kind of do, but it's only so I can research for like Shanann and Gannon and all of that, and so I can be part of the group. But I hate Facebook. I do. I've tried it like 3 or 4 times, and I just can't. And then, like, people invite you to shit all the time, and I don't want to go. And it's not that I don't love them. I'm a homebody. I would love to chat with you sometime. I love chatting, but it's so hard to explain. I'm a loner, too, despite that I yak and yak and yak. Mine is, and then she gives her name, and I'm not going to put it out there, but okay. Imagine killing your family for another woman, and in the same day you are caught, you end up losing your family, the other woman, and the rest of your life. Yikes. Yeah, all that you did it for, you lost that shit too. And you know what? Nikki does not give two shits about you. Chris Asshat Watts. Homicidal maniac, empty shell, meat bag, zombie. Agreed. LOL, I knew that was you. I don't know what that means. How could you? Is what someone asked him. He is a demon. It is so scary. I agree. Not worth wasting my time. Gotta agree with you on that one too. Piece of shit. Yes. When did he dig the hole? That's very interesting. I am starting to think he dug that. And by the hole, the Shenan's grave, her shallow grave. I don't know how he did everything in such a short period of time. I wonder if he did not dig that hole in advance, maybe on Saturday or Sunday. But apparently his best friend in prison is also a murderer and a kidnapper. Makes me wonder if they're butt buddies. Who knows? I know who you're talking about, and I'm not going to say his damn name. Damn, another sick-ass individual, and here comes the garbage truck again. Thank you for picking up the garbage, though, because that is a very important job. Someone has to do it. See, y'all just hear me nattering on while I'm sitting here at my desk by myself and looking out the window. This is typical for me. And my husband will be like, "Are you talking to me?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just thinking out loud. Why am I saying like, and I was like, and he was like, damn, hanging out with Chris Watts, rubbing off on me." Hi, Kimberly. Hope you are feeling better soon. Loving your channel. Thank you. I'm not coughing as much and I'm not running a fever now, but my voice is still like this. Thank you, garbage truck that's going by very loudly again. Now they're backing up to turn. Love it. LOL. His list of insults could stretch to China with how long they are. Yes, and back. In China, when criminal confessed, bodies found, evidence, and all there, and judge sentenced, the criminal will face firing squad the next morning. Well, that's what they need, and that's what Chris Watts needed. And the family would pick up the body and pay for the bullets. If we could apply this to CW, I think most people will agree. Where do we sign up for that, for him to go before a firing squad? What a childish wasting of energy. Well, I am childish and immature at times, but you know what? It's fun. And I'm sorry I can't, it's a Bible verse. And it's not that I'm not religious, but I don't read the Bible. You know, I'm very spiritual. Letecia Sstauch, 𝐵HESIANS, and please don't hate me. Then someone else put a Bible verse, Timothy 5:8, and said, this one has a promise. God's way didn't get a chance here. Sad. Yes, very sad. And bless you for your Bible verses. I won't give him the time of day. Okay, I'm with you on that one too. Actually, what would be best for the heartless evil monster, no other words for child killers, is that everyone just forgets about him and leave him to rot alone in his cell. Yes, I will leave him alone to rot in his cell one day when I'm done. I'm not done yet. What pisses me off the most is that he became all religious in prison, yet still continues to lie and believes he shouldn't be in prison for life. I know. How dare he? Far be it from me to say what God will and will not forgive. But if you say that you're a child of God, how can you continue to act like this? Act like this is all about you, not the family you destroyed. Just because you found Jesus doesn't mean you can be forgiven for things you haven't even accepted responsibility for. Exactly. At least first accept responsibility for what the fuck you did, you dumb fuck. He is still a narcissist, a believer now or not. Much work on his character is still needed. He needs to be forgiven and make his bed in prison for the rest of his life. When you murder, you're supposed to get the death penalty. So the fact that he is breathing is God's mercy. Agreed. He just needs general population. Put him there and let him get his ass beat. Stop giving him special treatment. This is part of the reason he thinks he's special. He is special, but not in the way he thinks. Yep, so true. Jesus forgives, but not for murder. He will go to hell for what he did. I hope so. If Jesus forgives, then there would only be heaven and not hell. That is why there is a hell. The person that Jesus doesn't forgive are the ones cast to hell. How can you forgive someone that took someone else's life? We are not God, and no one should think it is okay to play God by picking and choosing who dies because you don't want them on earth. It's a severe narcissist behavior when you only care what you want for yourself and not what other people want. Exactly. You know, if you don't like somebody, fucking move away. This earth is huge. Or go drown yourself in the ocean. And not what other people want. You don't think that that person is loved by other people and they want them here on earth. You murderers only think what is best for you. That is a real sick person, and that is Chris Watts. He only cared what he wanted in life and not for his kids and not his wife. He will rot for what he did. If not here on earth, he will when he goes to hell. Well said. Amen. One day, one of the doors will accidentally be unlocked. He is a child killer. He killed his pregnant wife. How lower can you get than pregnant wife? That is lowest of the low. Scumbag. I was only thinking about his family the other day. Imagine how shitfully shit his life is right now, that he has nothing better to do than read the entire Bible multiple times. The entire thing more than once. I'm not bashing the Bible. I was raised Catholic. But fuck, when you actually think about it, it must be shit. Good, God invented the Bible, so CW would have nothing else to do except read it over and over and over forever. Amen. And then another 30 plus times. Sissy. Well said. Too many channels out there excusing CW and blaming Shanann for her own cruel death. From his mother to, and then they say another channel. I'm not going to say another channel's name. Even blaming Shanann for killing her own kids, then herself, and he took the blame. So the police missed all of that. Exactly. They say she had Munchausen by proxy. It's disgusting, vile behavior. I think she had a lot of problems, including MBP, but that doesn't mean he should kill her and the kids. I don't care if Shanann was a raging bitch. Her and her children did not deserve to die. The thought never entered his head until he started banging NK. Victim blaming at its worst. Even if she was a terrible person, he seemed okay putting up with it until he was influenced by others. NK seemed to be just as controlling as Shanann, if not worse. She had a fucking temper tantrum when she learned they were trying to have a kid. So if you wanted to leave one woman for someone worse, that makes no sense. Shanann didn't have a lot of problems. Maybe you listen too much to those men who spend too much time online making videos saying they don't want women, but instead of leaving women alone to have hero gentlemen, they spend their time online on the video comments trying to make women feel bad and promoting abuse. It doesn't matter what NK did. Chris was a grown man with his own mind. Agreed. I don't think he was retarded enough to kill his wife and kids because of a side chick. That misogynist crap does not even bear repeating. Thank God we have a professional police force who investigate facts and get highly dangerous abusers like Chris Watts locked up where they cannot be a danger to the public. Agreed. I try not to think of the evil he created, but I pray for Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and Nico. I know they are now in a better place. Yes, they are. There were 2 strong women in your life, and the strongest one, your mother. Bunch of psychos. Chris, I hope and pray you ask God for forgiveness truly. I cannot fathom how you could have looked at the beautiful life you had and thought it wasn't enough. Your wife was stunningly gorgeous and adored you. Those beautiful little girls were gifts from God. Yes. Your mistress would have never loved and adored you like your wife and babies did. You left a hole in the hearts of her loved ones. We will never forget Shanann, Bella, Cece, and Nico, and we will always keep their memory alive. Yes. I really loved the passion you had for this case, and I really loved your spirit and personality so much, but her family wants the coverage of this to be over, and they have begged and pleaded with everyone to please stop. I can only imagine that for a couple of minutes, the murder of their daughter and grandchildren isn't in the forefront on their minds. For just those couple of minutes in the day, no matter what they do, they can't escape it because the public won't let it go. They want to remember the 30-something years their daughter lived, and not the one day she was killed. There is nothing more to learn or report. The biggest gift we can give to them, and the worst thing we can do to them is legal, is to forget about Chris Watts. He will hate that he is forgotten about, and nobody wants to talk about him with his huge ego. Don't you think her family has the right to make the coverage of this piece of shit stop? I do, and I really, really wish everyone would stop. Would you please think about putting this story down? It's time, Kimberly, don't you think? No offense to you in any way. I appreciate your opinion, and I actually do have a lot to say about that, but there's going to be books and stuff on the case, and I think what they want, but if they wanted all of it to stop, they would take down Shanann's Facebook like they did for a time, but they put it back up because people love Shanann's passion. I forget that she and the children are dead when I look at those videos, but thank you for your feedback. Someone replied, that's actually incorrect. The Rusiks have only asked the trolls to stop, and by trolls they mean the people bad-talking Shanann and the girls and praising Chris. They do not mind if we talk shit about Chris. They want the crazy conspiracy theories to stop. This is not that. I agree with that. I think that's what they want to stop, is the trolling. And the original poster replied back, I'm sorry to tell you that I've spoken to them personally, and they think these true crime people have become obsessed and they would like it to stop. You're a perfect example that you want to argue this point because you want to continue talking about this as if something newsworthy just happened. And sadly, we are never going to know the truth about everything because Chris is the only one who knows, and he's untrustworthy, a proven liar. So why would we care what more he could add to this case? His mistress is obviously in hiding, and we know she isn't going to add anything more. What is it that you want to keep talking about? You know Chris lives for this attention because that's all he has to live for, is the attention that blogs and vlogs are giving him. I love Kimberly, thank you. And I never missed anything she posted because she's amazing at storytelling, thank you. And extremely colorful when she describes something. But at this point, it's clickbait, and she should turn her attention to a news story, or hell, even an older one in my opinion. I was also trying to let her know what the family has said to me. I don't know, maybe you know something else that I don't, LOL. I mean, we can discuss this all day, I know, but we can't control what anyone thinks or talks about. I mean, whether it be Chris Watts or me or anyone else, it's just, I honestly don't think I'm doing anything hurtful. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. You know, it is hurtful to some people, but, you know, we can't please everyone. We really can't. That's all I'm going to say right now about this. I really don't want to get into this, but, okay, maybe I do want to get into this a little bit right now. You know, clickbait. When someone makes a video and posts it on YouTube, I don't care who you are, you do want people to click on it. That's the whole point. Click and watch. To me, clickbait means when someone misleads you with the title. Just like if I said Chris Watts, the true truth, he finally tells all. And then I say I talk about the Letters from Christopher book. That's clickbait. To me, what do I know? I don't like being told I can't talk about something as though I'm a child being reprimanded by my parents or a teacher. To call me or other channel creators obsessed is a bit much, and it's rude. There are people that sit online all day long, hitting refresh, 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 looking for what's videos, and then tell people to quit doing them. They're the ones that are obsessed. They have no life, apparently. I have a keen interest in many true crime cases, not just the Watts family murders. I don't owe anyone an explanation. I don't need to justify anything, and I damn sure don't need anyone's permission. And if you don't like it, you know the drill. Fuck out of here. Every time I post something to do with the Watts, I get assholes that come along and tell me I need to let it go, to move on, study other cases. You are obsessed. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to think, and don't tell me what I should consider, believe, do, or say. Piss off with that shit. The Watts case does not monopolize my mind, my life, my channel. If you cannot accept that, perhaps you are the one that is overly immersed and preoccupied with the Watts case. And then perhaps you should be the one to let it go, drop it, relinquish, go on and move forward. Capiche? What Chris should have done was have his bags ready and get out of the marriage. Exactly. His family would still be alive and they would have found someone to love her and the children. Yes. There is not a small enough place in hell for that narcissist monster. His sins can never be forgiven. He only killed. He's family. Then he don't want to be called a monster? Come on, monster of all monsters in earth. Even if you buried that monster's alive, he's always in love with that queen of mistress. He is a monster. He has no idea how much this world hates him. If that was my son that did something like this, I'd be so ashamed to even show my face in the courtroom, and his family can't even see him due to the coronavirus. I think it's funny. He's joined a club of millions of men that murder their family. He's no different than any of the others. He's just been more glamorized by YouTubes. No hate, but you must tell the truth. Face your fears. Be a human being and speak absolute truth. He's too much of a weenie to speak the truth. I must say that on Nate's video, although it cannot be definitely known as the identity of the first person walking out of the garage, both the gait of the walk and the slender fit of the clothes and white tennis shoes give a female impression. This is in distinct contrast to how CW walks and was dressed that morning. Black boots, baggy jeans. And this is just the beginning of NK's anomalies. So very brave of you to do this video. Keep going. Don't listen to the negative reviews. Godspeed. Thank you. Very nice of you. It would honestly be a waste of breath. Why waste your breath for someone who has zero emotions and will not be affected by it? He's a sociopath. He was able to kill his wife and kids and go on TV smirking after. Yeah, I know, that pissed me off too. He had to Google what love felt like. I would honestly just be pro sending him off somewhere far away. He's wasting taxpayer money in there. Get him to make some masks and hand sanitizers. Make him useful. He's got no feelings. Can't even call him an animal. Animals feel emotions. Yes, they do. I think prisoners should be required to have a job and something very functional to society. Anyway, another video. Alexa's World of Magic, this is for us, not him. And it's healthy to get out our frustrations. This is a great way to deal and cope with the uncontrollable. Somewhere far, Snake Island is the best place for evil. I want him to go where Tom Hanks was in that movie, Castaway, and no one rescues him. Alexa's World of Magic, send him to a Siberian jail to work. No internet, no visitors, no photos of Shanann and the girls, and no press interviews, and no mail. Agreed. What you did disgusts me. You put your wife on a pedestal and treat her like a shiny new toy, reveling in her absolute love for you, incredulous at how someone like her could love someone like you. You didn't know how to feel, so you fed off her empathy and love whilst at the same time resenting and envying her loving, outgoing, kind nature. Bingo. Your children were an extension of this. They made you feel good because they allowed you to carefully craft your good man image, the devoted, caring father, but it was all fake, an act. When you changed your body and started attracting female attention, it fed your so fragile ego, and NK became a better, newer, more shiny source of food for your damaged soul. You stuck your beautiful wife and children at the back of the cupboard like a half-empty, forgotten pack of cornflakes, then threw them in the trash without a second thought, with no remorse, except for your own chicken shit ass. I pity you because love is eternal, and Shanann, Bella, Cece, and Nico were pure love, and you cannot even begin to comprehend what that feels like. Their sunshine, springtime, flowers, a soft breeze, diamonds, the smell of rain and laughter. They live on in the hearts of those they loved and who loved them. You're just a pansy, fake, head bang on a corner cupboard door, a stubbed toe, a bad actor, a spilt ice cream, jackass, cubic zirconia, a burst blister, a chipped tooth, a broken promise. I pity you. I hope you were born again and again until you learn how to really love. It's your only hope, unless in this life you face what you've done, look at yourself, tell the truth and the full truth, and take proper responsibility. Someone replied, brilliantly said. Another person said, thank you. I have nothing to add. Beautiful. I'm going to end on that. Much love and peace. Thank you for listening.